Hello, my fellow T-posing tarantulas. I'm Mr. Church. Today we're going to be building a modern-style farmhouse right here near Lag. Hello, the Alpine River cabins. Over in this field nearby, we're going to place this down so we're next to that little path there, and we're going to build in this expanse right here. All right. So let's look again. It's right here. We've got the survival tent there. That's irrelevant. Don't worry about that. And over here is some kind of raider thing. I don't fucking give a fuck. Now, what we're going to be using is this red barn door, which comes with the barn prefab that they gave us. You know, the one that has the texture that the barn set should have had from the beginning, but instead looks like someone painted it with a red crayon and then put, 9% tint on the windows, smashed them out in a repeating pattern. So let's grab the goddamn, there it is, the red barn prefab. We're not going to be using this in the build, but unfortunately, as far as I know, also these snap together mouth to mouth, which is kind of interesting. I hope that I get some mouth to mouth soon. What? Let's get this down here. Don't worry about, you're thinking too much about what I said. That's the problem. Don't think about what I said. Just pick it up and lower it down as well as you can. As well as you can. That's a really nice sentencing, Mr. Church. Thank you so much. As far as I know, the only way to get the door in your build is to snap it into this doorway. And don't worry about the sounds of me trotting on the squirrels underfoot. They're perfectly fine. Just a little squelching here and there won't go amiss. They like it. It's kind of like a chiropractic thing we do together while I'm building. So this will snap to that and literally nothing else. You can't remove that, of course, because now it's supporting that door. So how the fuck do we get rid of it? Well, I'm going to open this up, get inside it a little bit so I don't accidentally burn the prefab. And I'm going to find our flaming trap of doom and power and destiny. It's not called that. It's just called the flamethrower trap. That's all it's called. You're going to take this and you're going to burn the righteous fuck out of these doors. Now, once that's burned, it'll break the support, so you'll be able to get rid of this red barn. And now we have the doors alone. Perfect. This is just where we want you. And then you laugh maniacally. How clever is this? And how stupid is it that we have to be clever to build a fucking house? That's pretty fucking stupid. Now, I clapped loudly for effect. I hope you appreciated that. Completely ruined the video, but, I had to clap like a seal every now and then. After all, everyone loves Marineland. Let's start building the little foundation here so that it's lined up with this door. The door is, this is probably the most annoying part. Take your time with it because if you don't have that perfectly straight, you might mess up the rest of it. We're going to extend the foundations off to the side here, and I'm going to temporarily place some walls on the hello beaver on the sides to put the double walls in. And once we do that, we're going to recess some half walls. The easiest way to do that is just going to take these catwalks out 75% of a full foundation length and place that there. Now to move these foundations back, just burn those half walls and it'll break the support needed to remove them. Make sure those are all lined up the same way. That's why I'm using these planks as I build. And once that's done, you can repair these, switch them to the windows, which is what we're going to use here, but don't put the top ones on yet. Now we need to fill these gaps in. I'm going to use these shelves. It's a blueprint I made. Just go to your shelves and then spam click without moving around. It'll place in a perfect row. And we don't want them to be shelves. We just want them to be chunks of wood. Now, we're going to put one on each side. And so to make them be chunks of wood, I'm going to burn them and then place one flipped the other way. So grab your flame trap and you're just going to burn that. And then once that's... I pooped in my pants. Once that's burned, you can move on to the other side. You can flip that around. What you can do is, well, you can take a breather, because I'm sure you've got some shit of your own you need to clean up off the floor, and that's fine. This is the fun thing about, you know, scary, fun adventures in the wasteland. Now get rid of those, because then you can build the walls, and we're just going to slap those around. On the back here, we're going to have, we're going to go up and double wall. The jumping is optional. You don't have to jump around like an idiot. Let's double wall all the way around here. If you end up not needing a double wall for some area, it's easy to delete it, but sometimes, you know, not as easy to add it later. So sometimes I'll just double wall the whole thing just to be safe, and I can come back later and delete the extra shit I don't need. That'll also make sure I have enough budget to double wall if I want to decide to do it later. Just a little building technique. Now I'm going to put these stairs in for now like this. Don't put them like this. Put them against this back wall here. And, you know, I move them later. It's easier to do that now than to actually move it when the upper floor is already up there. I put a temporary upper floor out there to double wall the front of the face. Now this part's important. You need to do the roof piece first. Then you can change it and get rid of that front wall that I used to snap that up there, and then change it back. Now you can snap these striped planks in, and you'll be able to double wall a top arch as long as you use the brick or the blue metal set. The other ones don't let you double wall because they're sons of fucking bitches. That's okay though, you know, the world is full of many types of creatures, 3 subscriber Jeffs and things like that, and we all enjoy each and every one of them, because what else would we laugh at the end of the day? I don't know, probably just me. That's fine. I live to serve. That's a lie. But fuck it, fuck it. So let's put some enclave walls in, because it'll have a nice black edge on the front, which won't look like moldy wood for once. That'll be nice. And then let's switch these out to some random wallpaper for no reason. Now that that upper floor's in, we can go ahead and put the rest of that half wall in there, and we start to have a shape emerging here. Is it a good one? Who cares? There's going to be a back hole there. We'll deal with that later. For now, let's double wall around here with a half wall, and you're going to burn that. And kind of like when you're burning things, just remember, you know, picture the thing you're burning is, you know, your... I'm not even gonna go there. You know what? I've been doing really well so far in this video, not shitting on Bethesda, and so let's keep that track record going. That made no sense. Let's put this in and burn that, and there you go. It's burning and melting before you, like all of your childhood memories that you have, you know, that are just getting completely eviscerated when you log into 76. And you see that they've changed your childhood dreamscape into a fucking nightmare of microtransactions and greed. Now, let's not worry about that. Besides, we've made some great memories out here and a lot more enemies. Let's not sugarcoat things. Let's not sugarcoat them. But I think at the end of the day, it's been worth it, because we're able to make a fucking house. You know, I can make this house here, and like if I couldn't do that, that would be terrible. You can double wall these, by the way, without burning them. I just burn them because I like doing extra work. You know, I don't need to do it, but it's like one of those things, you know, why wouldn't I use extra materials and burn shit and take up more time than I need to? Why wouldn't I do that? Let's burn these as well. I'm putting in these roofs up here just as a thing for the flamer to sit on, but you have already figured that out because your IQ is above 7. Congratulations. I'm really proud of you, Billy. You're not really supposed to be watching this, though. You're only 12 years old. Anyway, let's move on. Billy, you know, I'm not going to worry about Billy, you know. Billy's father can worry about that. I left this space on the back open because I was going to kill a scorched, and then I'm more scorched. I like doing that in my build videos to keep it immersive. Now let's take these catwalks and move this foundation over exactly half of foundation in size. We're gonna slap a good old floor here after I look at the walls and the porches for no reason, and then I arrive on that one. Now, on this side, you're going to put the full glass wall, and on this side, you're going to put 2 half glass walls. The full one is getting the ship burned out of it once you find it in your stored tab. That can take some time because I have 100 million stored. This will allow you to then snap that there. You can't move that foundation though. First you have to burn this half wall. That's fun to do. I enjoy that. Then you can move this over so it's lined up with there, and you can repair that half wall. This will allow you to then snap this on there, and voila, you've got a slit open door on the back. We can now change these out to these great old microtransaction walls that we have from the scoreboard. I actually completed the scoreboard, and wow, I nearly peed my pants with excitement. I was beside myself with joy. Another great several months used, and well, good. Let's move this over by half so that we can center a foundation in front of this. And we're going to throw some stairs in here. You know how these have like gaps between them when you place them down? Oh, this is silt bean. Well, I don't like that. Let's not have that. So I'm going to move this. You can delete the foundation that the stair is connected to if you have another foundation snapped to that one. So we're going to use that method to move this slightly, place a stair so that it's snug up against that stair, and because those are snapped together, we can move it. Get rid of that for now because it has this roof up there. It will let you do that. And then you can just, let's move this, and we're going to go over, I think we need to go over a half a piece from this one. You kind of eyeball to see which size you need, but it's kind of obvious when you look at it. And then you just throw in the stairs you want, and then you want to make sure, again, you can't move this if there's just the one there. If I move this over, though, then I can delete that because it's got the extra support. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't make it. Same with this one. This one needs a second one there, so I can break the support on that one. Then you can slap these over, and then we can continue around this edge. We'll line up with this one. Put that there. Little wraparound porch, and then the stair here will fit perfectly. We've got this nice, beautiful little thing. Let's put the floor back into the house. Make sure that's lined up. And I think that looks really nice. Now, we're going to run around like a chicken, and that's really, really effective. I put this at glass. I change it back later. And then right here, to cover that little crack, we're going to put some half upper floors, which will be good. And I'm going to change the floor as well. And this is hyper speed because there's a lot of running around like a chicken, looking things over, but that is part of the building process. I would be remiss to leave it out. Actually, no, I would be, doing my job as editing the video if I left it out, is actually the truth of the matter. But let's pretend I did it so that you can learn something, and we'll all live happily ever after. These can be repaired once you've got the walls and stuff in, and then you start to see how that will look. Just make sure you repair both sides, and it's starting to come together pretty well. Let's throw some rocks on this, because I think this is going to be nice. I'm going to use the haunted house set for these windows here, because Bethesda gave us new windows, and they decided they don't need to actually be windows. They're just walls with a window shape on them, so no light comes through, because we like living in hovels, so why would we want light? Anyway, they probably looked at the player base, saw that we just live in our mom's basement. We wouldn't want to see sunlight anyway. It would chafe our sensitive skin, and our eyes would melt out of our heads. So, knowing that we just have an old bed sheet nailed in front of the little tiny window that peeks out into the garage, well, they probably just wanted to make sure we were safe from those UV rays. And thank you so much, Bethesda Gaming Studios, for thinking of our health and well-being. That's looking really good, in my opinion. My opinion is important, by the way. Now, what I'm going to do here is go to my stored tab, pick this up, and put this down here. I think it would be cool if we had fast travel mats in our camps. Unfortunately, they removed them. They used to be a thing, but I don't know, they took them out. They had them in Fallout 4, and I really liked them because you could, like, pick where you were going to fast travel to, and then you could fast travel to your camp, but you can't do that in Fallout 76, which sucks, because then you could pick where you load it in, and you could get this nice view of the camp as you load it in. oh well, you know, some things we can hope for. Maybe they'll add it one day. Maybe someday we can have a fast travel mat in our camp. I don't know. For now, we're just gonna have to use the little move the camp module around to decide where we spawn in. That's fine. I'll just keep doing that. This is a trick I've shown before. You can just put these curtain doors in a doorway that's on a double wall, and then just switch it back to a window. They line up really well. Over here, I'm going to show you another little thing that I did. Again, this isn't actually where I end up putting it, but I'm going to show you the concept here. Basically, you take this little hot tub thing, and I want this wood stove boiler thing inside the house. I actually got this idea from Stole Your Sweet Roll. I saw it at one of his camps. I have no idea if he ever uploaded that build. It was quite a while ago. But it was such a cool concept, and I wanted to put it in this build. I thought it would work really well with it. So basically what you do is you put it through the wall, and then you put the wall back after you've burned it. And when you repair it, the hot tub is on the outside, and inside you've got this really cool and unique wood stove thing. This isn't where I'm going to end up putting it, so don't worry about that. But that's what it's going to look like, and it's really cool in my opinion. But I think I'm going to put it on this back wall here, so that's why I said put the stairs up against this wall so that you can put this here instead. I'm going to show you a little overhang thing that I did. So you're going to take these walls and you can place a roof on it. If you switch this that way, it no longer supports the roof, so you can then delete it. Now you've got this free-floating roof. And on top of that, you can slap these. I call these the stupid walls. That's what they're called, I think, in the build menu. The stupid walls because they only place stupidly, and they're like half the thickness of the other walls, so they look like shit if you finally get them in after jumping up and down, holding your tongue out, and standing on your head. So I don't know how you jump up and down and stand on your head, but you are very ambidextrous. That is not the correct word. Holy shit. I'll just let you have it. Let's put this roof in with, make sure the lips are on the side. I always try to make sure the lips are on the side. And then get rid of that, and then you can get rid of the little roof here. Now that's really cool. It's a nice little canopy thing. And then that'll be there. And then people can be glorified of joy of the rain will be off their heads. Are you wondering what the fuck I'm saying? Because I sure am. What we're going to do now is make a little flat screen TV. And this isn't something that I usually do. So if you're someone that does this often and this is not the way that you would do it, that's probable. So try not to rip your eyeballs out too violently. Now, I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but this is how stupid old Mr. Church does it. So if you're not sure how to do it and you have no other person to look up to and turn to for advice, well, that explains a lot, doesn't it? Doesn't it fucking explain a lot? This is how stupid Mr. Church makes the flat screen TV. And that, I think, is something that we can all appreciate. Now, it is not completely centered, so we're going to put a bush down here to make it look like it's offset on purpose. That's thinking, well, it's actually, I don't want to do it again because it took so long to get it to stick to that stupid thing. Let's look at the finished product. Now I can stop foaming at the mouth and we can just take a breath and circle the build like we're staking out the place and ready to attack it. No, that's not how we want to. This is a beautiful home that I've created, and I styled it after like a modern farm cottage kind of thing. So we've got elements of, you know, oh my god, why are the allies so fucking annoying? Hey Bethesda, could we please have some companions? No, you can have a blabbermouth at your camp 24/7 that does nothing except slide backwards through the wall. Thank you so much. Let's look at this beautiful kitchen. It's got this shit everywhere piled up. Everything's at half health. Up there is an assortment of antiques, and right there is a merge I've done before. It's just the Nuka-Cola machine thing merged with the Nuka-Cola display. I showed how to do this in a video. I'll put the link in the top corner. You can check that out if you're not sure how to do it. And yeah, I've sunk things into things. I realized the erection that, you know, Fallout 76 players get from filing cabinets, so I made sure to include some over here. The concept of the person, you know, the base is, well, we're getting attacked by communists, but the idea basically is the person who lives here, like, collects antiques and maybe restores some old machines. That's why we've got, you know, we've got this kind of rustic vibe, but it's still a modern building. This thing has junk on it because Bethesda made it, and they're allowed to have junk on their stuff that they make, but we're not allowed to play with junk because we're naughty little children. Here's a washing machine that we could probably put these old curtain doors into. Anyway, the person who lives here, they love antiques, so they've got like restored machinery piled up above the door like I showed you, and plants everywhere.
Keep that head up. You never know what you might miss
Yeah,
otherwise.
keep your head up and you never know what you might miss otherwise.
The apocalypse probably set us back a
Yeah,
century
could you
in
mind, do you mind
extraterrestrial
shutting the fuck
relations.
up while I do this?
At least I hope it did.
Do you mind shutting up while I
God
do this
forbid they
little
see it as a
walk?
chance to
Shut the
invade.
fuck up, please. So over here we've got some different merges. You know, the flowers. I actually did 2 of those tulips merged together and then into the barrel for extra flower time. Oh my god. What? Huh? I farted on it. I did not shoot that thing, but it's dead. I think that was the wrath of God smiting it. I think that's what it was. The wrath of God is very powerful and strong. Let's look out back again. We've got, of course, this thing. I added that little fence above there of my own. That was my idea to do that. I thought of it myself, and Vapid Valentine didn't come up with any of the idea for that. Up here we have, this is my little home. This is where I sleep. So I want, you know, this, I can see that junk there, and I've got a little, just a minute. Just don't worry, I've got some, there's like some things still in the progress, you know, sometimes so over here we have like, you know, those antiques that I'm restoring. The clown here is next to the workshop to make it look like it's something that he's refurbishing maybe. Those will sit right inside each other, you know, kind of like your mom and I. So over here we've got the different selection of shit, like I said, and those chalkboards up against the wall. I added the glass roofs on the back side of that building just to get more light in there. Again, the windows don't fucking work on the 2 newest build sets. They didn't bother giving us windows. I don't know if it's a laziness thing or an incompetence thing, or if they genuinely have never seen like a window pane in their lives. It's a little concerning, but that does explain why they haven't given us the glass wall set again, like they did before. If they don't know what glass looks like, it's probably an insurmountable task. Let's close this up and shut the fuck up, Catherine Bcz's, or whatever your name is. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun enduring that struggle. I've had a fun time building this camp. If you guys are not yet in my Discord, I've got a great community there. The link for that will be in the description. Thank you so much to my patrons for your support. It really means a fucking lot. If you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, and it gives me a big ol' stiffy. That's disgusting. And if you just unsubscribe because I said that, GG's. I appreciate it. It makes more sense than you subscribing in the first place. I stream on Twitch. Follow me on there if you want to watch me be an idiot. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of this video. Why did I say episode? This isn't like an episodic thing. This is just me being a fucking idiot on the video game that I play.